excited for movies, man.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Evening, boils and ghouls. Hey!
Wow. Right.
This is exciting. This is exciting. Premiere stuff here.
Right. This is the first episode of our new series, The
King
of...
Kings.
That sounded a bit of an
I don't know what I was doing there.
You like stopped mid-flow. The King of Kings.
King of Kings. So right, what is the King of Kings? Explain this to me.
King of Kings is when me, Jambo Shango, and the Randy Mole, we try...
We will.
That was a brave statement, to work through the filmography or the movies
based on Stephen King books.
Novels about stories.
Right, yeah, well...
There's one movie I've bought which is based on a Stephen
King
movie.
Detail yet to be decided.
Yes.
However, I think broadly speaking, we're going to watch everything Stephen King has written that's been turned into a movie. Not in order, not in any particular way. We're just going to pick whichever one that we fancy and watch it. And then we're going to watch it, and then we're going to score it, and we're going to put them on our King of King boards, saying, like, you know, this is the best one, this is the worst one, and that's...
We're going to see which movie is the King of Kings.
Yeah, and that will be the definitive answer to the question, and anyone that disagrees with us is just fucking wrong! It's basically that, yeah. Right,
so we'll both score it. The scoring is out of 10. I'll score, he'll score, we'll average it, and we'll place it along this leaderboard. And at the end of it, we'll see what movie does deserve the crown
King of Kings!
Right, so today's...
Nice movie! Hey!
Today's first movie is Cujo.
Cujo!
So Cujo is a 1983 movie based on the novel released in 1981.
1981, September 1981. It was Stephen King's 7th novel to be published in order. Yes, it's a bit distant. Carrie was the one, and that's why actually this got turned around to be a movie pretty quick, because Carrie was massive. It was like, you know, we were in the golden days of novels here, when novels really took off and people were like, oh, I want more Stephen King. Not like today when, you know,
what's a novel?
What's a novel? I mean, it's like Netflix with more words. It's like a subtitled film where they forgot the pictures.
Netflix.
It's Korean Netflix. It's like a novel, yeah.
Right. So yeah, directed by Lewis Teague,
who was asked to direct it, or recommended to direct it by Stephen King himself, because he made Alligator, the monster movie.
The Alligator.
The Alligator.
Alligator.
Alligator. The Alligator? Alligator.
Alligator.
It's called
You
said the Alligator.
Yeah.
Is it called The Alligator 2? I don't know.
So anyway, bit of stats. Stars Dee Wallace.
Screen Queen.
Screen Queen,
I call her a Screen Queen.
Daniel Hugh Kelly and Danny Pintoro.
I know Danny Pintoro's name. Don't know the other guy.
So I'm reading from IMDb, and on IMDb, out of 10, it's got a 6.1. So a mediocre score.
Do you know what, though? Actually, for IMDb scores for horror movies, that's a very quality score, actually. IMDb, most people out there don't seem to rate horror movies very much because they are weird.
Box office details, this is what it says here. Budget of $5 million. And it made gross in the US $21.2 million.
So probably gone on to make a lot more than that now. And do you know what? That was a very moderately priced movie for back in the 80s, when they were actually throwing cash at films.
Well, it's not a real big set piece. But opening weekend, 6.1 million, so not bad. Covered its costs opening weekend.
I didn't go.
Neither did I. We would have gone in at 1. Right, so, bit of stats. Have you seen this before?
I have seen this before, but I have not seen this in a while.
So there we go. Let's put it on and see what we reckon.
Okay, see you on the flip side.
Nothing that lives in the imagination is more frightening than the terror that lives in Castle Rock, Maine.
Please, God, get me out of here.
Hey everyone, and welcome back.
We are about to score Cujo to see where it fits on our King of King boards. No spoiler here, but it's going to be at the top so far.
It's going to be the top and the bottom and the middle.
Because it's the first one we've done.
First one. So we have just finished watching the 1983 Cujo.
Cujo. So, Cujo, very simply, pissed off dog, attacks car, people in car. What are you going to do?
Is that it? Pissed off dog, yeah.
Well, I would say that's it. Because that's the basics of the story. However, the first 6 hours of this film is setting up a different story.
It's 93 minutes, and mainly the first 30 to 40 is about adultery.
Adultery.
Yeah.
Now, you could, I suppose you could argue that we were getting to know the characters. I suppose you could argue that there was, you know, the whole story becomes about redemption and you know being punished for something you've maybe done and possibly even karma, or you could just say a lot of talking till we get to a mean killer dog.
I would say the latter.
Yeah, I'd agree.
It's not a bad when I say it's not a bad thing, it's not like it was unenjoyable content, but it was just a bit going into this. You just look at even the cover art and you know it's about a pissed off dog, a rabies-infested dog.
Yeah, the dog itself, you know, the dog, as a dog owner, as a big dog owner, my dog stands, you know, 5.5 foot and weighs 9 stone, and he's a big dog. You know, it wasn't the dog's fault. I mean, it was the bat's fault. The bat bit the dog.
Do you find the opening scene where he's chasing the rabbit a bit kind of like,
cute?
A bit
cute.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look at the doggy dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the problem is, okay, right. Lots of films are guilty of this. You know, everyone knew. They knew back when this came out. This isn't been like retrofitted that people are like, oh, it's about a bad dog. Everybody knew it's about a dog called Cujo it's got rabies that wants to eat people. Yeah, in the book, it's actually there's ideas that it might be possessed by a serial killer, but that's all scooted over here. So you want to see the crazy dog. You want to see the rabid dog.
You're going into a Stephen King novel with artwork like that, a movie like that, to see blood, guts, a killer dog.
And they spend too much time, in my opinion, getting to know the fact that Dee Wallace, bit of a whore. And then that goes all a bit wrong.
It's a bit different. It's normally the man. Normally the male is always portrayed to be...
Sexist pig, you. You absolute sexist pig.
It normally is, though, in this sort of
and the problem is, it's like Saw movies, right? You don't watch the Saw movies for the backstory of what everybody did that was wrong to get put in there. That's just filler, so they can make out it's just not a film about traps. But all you want to see is the traps. You're like, that's
you
all
want
I want to see
how they get killed.
I don't want to know that someone didn't pay his taxes in 1984, so Jigsaw's got him wired his balls to a mouse trap or anything. I don't want to know. I want to see people getting torn apart by a rabid dog.
You get that.
And when that comes, I think it's really good.
Yeah.
The effects and the dog.
The dogs.
Brilliant. Yeah. He is one manky looking beast. Sweaty, goopy. Dogs don't sweat.
No.
They pant.
I love the way Cujo deteriorates. After
Yes.
he's bitten, you can see the kind of swelling on the nose. To the point at the end scene, it looked like he'd fall into a vat of lard or something. He'd come out all gloopy.
Oh, he wasn't juicy dog. He like the hot dog from the Greasy Strangler. Oh, dipping in the lard.
Yeah, it was...
he was
dog
good.
was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, dog was pretty scary.
It was
and St.
terrifying.
Bernard's not an aggressive breed, dog fans out there. In fact, I actually read that they had to like wire his tail down, stop it from wagging because he was always so happy. But there were some bits with the growls and stuff that it was scary. And Dee Wallace played the shit out of that role.
She was great. She was great.
Absolutely.
And the boy was.
Boy.
Who was he playing? I can't remember
his name was Tad, which I can only imagine is short for tadpole. I mean,
Logically.
America, where do you get your names from?
Was it? I didn't even...
Yeah, his name was Tad. I mean, like, why don't you just call him Bruce or, you know, Frank or Gavin? You know, good, strong British names. With Tad.
Donna and Tad's car, yeah.
The other thing I don't get about America, any Americans out there, always in these films, American breakfasts.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about
They're
that.
amazing.
You have massive breakfasts. We have, like... Cocoa
Weetabix.
Pops.
Yeah, Weetabix in a drink now.
Yeah.
I don't eat a
You
drink.
lot have, like, pancakes.
Every
and
morning.
scrambled eggs
What time do you
and
get up?
pancakes.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
So, yeah.
nasty effects, some gruesomeness.
Great practical effects.
Yeah,
you know,
good stuff. Good
the way-
score.
Yeah, I'll give it that. The opening, yeah, good score. It worked for the film. I like the fact that it was the isolation. And what I really thought was effective was the struggle to the son-daughter relationship and the whole thing about, if you're a parent, the whole thing trying to care for your loved one, your youngster, and you're trying to do, because we were saying, what would you do? At what point would you venture out of the car to try and do something.
Yeah, we had a lot of discussion about this. We thought she left it way too long and was a bit stupid.
Yeah,
You know,
she got let herself get maybe 2 weeks, but then I mean she did.
Like you said, there was a tyre in the boot of the car, and you could have wheeled that. Dogs chase things. I reckon you could have got around this dog.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was. She portrayed harrowing and family.
Yeah.
I wonder
Mother in distress. She played really well.
I mean, I'm intrigued about whether we see this as a theme throughout them, because obviously knowing a lot of the Stephen King stories as well. But you know, that idea of
Right,
survival, family relationships, things like that. I wonder if we're going to see that as a strong theme.
Can't say any in Christine, but we'll see.
Man loves a car. I liked it.
Right, yeah.
I liked it. So
this is the first, and I think we started off on a good one. I mean, I've seen quite a few. You've seen a hell of a lot more Stephen King novel adaptations.
we're going to whack a score on this to help us out.
Right, so scoring out of 10.
Yeah, I'm going to hit it
You're going to start off
with
with
a
a 6.
I'm going to hit that with a 6. So I'm agreeing with IMDb, which is rare. But I'm hitting it with a 6, as in it did what it needed to do. Where are you going with? Ooh, he's done a plus sign. He's getting his fingers out.
We're not going to do any halves. It's
No, we're not halves in this. We're not halves in this. We're keeping it straight.
get your calculator out to do the average.
7. I reckon he's going to go 7. That's my prediction. He hasn't written it yet.
I was about to put a 7.
Of course he is.
It's not an 8.
You like
think
D.
it's
Wallace,
higher
though.
than
You've
6.
always had a bit of a thing for D. Wallace. I haven't. I didn't.
I probably watched this on release of this Blu-ray edition, so it's probably been out for maybe 2 months now, and I think on repeat viewing it still holds up on the enjoyment. So it's certainly, I'm not sure. 8. Right. I'll be here all day. 7.
It's gone for 7. So we're evening that out very, very simply. 6 out of 7 divided by 2. Is that what we're doing here? 6 out of 7
What's
divided
the
by
average?
2.
You want the mean?
We're doing an average. Right, so we're going to go.
It's that, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
average
okay,
divided
well
by
it's
2.
6.5 then. Isn't it?
Yeah. No. Yeah. 6.
I thought we were going to score it out of 20. You can see we've well oiled
Oh right,
machine.
you're going to do it out of 20. We've not rehearsed. Oh yeah, let's add it together and do it out of 20 then.
Do it out of 20. So we've got 13.
Yeah,
So
30
we're
out
hitting
of
this
20.
with the 13. We're going to put that in there and we're whacking him up
Yeah,
on
it's
our
good,
King
right,
of King
yeah.
boards. So for the next instalments, we're going to build up, build down, maybe build across, and we're going to see what gets to be the King of the Kings.
There we go. So Cujo, a healthy 13 out of 20.
Yeah, but bearing in mind, we did the A to Z of horror, which if you've not watched, you should go back and watch. And why not start with Rabid, where we talk a lot of facts about rabies, because this was about rabies. Now, it took us about 6 years to get through the 26 films in the A to Z of horror. Do you know how many adaptations there are of Stephen King works?
How many?
We're pushing 50.
50?
We're pushing 50.
Oh, God. Well,
See, when you're dead,
plenty of content.
that's what Bon Jovi said.
Right,
He
thank
also
you all
said
for watching.
slippery when wet. He did.
Did he?
Yeah, I don't know what it means.
You're a man of good, useless shit. Aren't you?
Yes.
Right,
Right.
go on, close it out.
Be good to everybody. Life is short unless you're a zombie. Peace.
Cheers.